UVI. What lies behind this name? UVI responds to the latent needs of users of roller coating technology. This is a huge market. It includes any application with roller coating machines which obviously work by making contact with the workpiece, and in particular flat panels. I say latent needs, since today the known limits of this technology have been, so to speak, accepted in our everyday work. As many of you will know, the coating technology based on the use of 100% UV products and subsequent cross-linking via UV lamps is well established and has a long history. Photoinitiators play a key role in all this. These paint components are critical in that they allow lacquer to react with UV lamps to perform cross-linking. Cross-linking these products is impossible if there is no or an insufficient amount of photoinitiators. This is because the oxygen present in the environment is the worst enemy of cross-linking. It creates a sort of natural barrier against it, which is why a photoinitiator is needed. Today, photoinitiators are manufactured by just a few companies, mainly based in the Far East, and the availability of these agents is increasingly threatened. And since these manufacturers have created a sort of monopoly, they can now quote whatever prices they want, by also modulating the availability of these products on the market. All this is reflected by the pricing of lacquers. As you probably know, these products are subject to frequent and considerable price fluctuations. Finding a way to be less dependent on this scenario has been an exciting challenge for us, and a challenge we won. So what could be a possible solution? Actually, the solution was right there in front of our eyes. It is an inert gas naturally present in the environment, nitrogen. By eliminating or considerably reducing oxygen, we will need less photoinitiators and we will thus become less dependent on its availability. What we did. Inside the UVI oven, oxygen is significantly reduced. Oxygen is then replaced with nitrogen, which does not have the same inhibitory effect on the radical reaction necessary for cross-linking. The applied film can then cross-link with a significantly lower percentage of photoinitiator, between 40 and 70% less, since there is no longer any oxygen to act as a barrier, hindering the cross-linking process. This application also has a major impact on the characteristics of the applied film, improving its performance. We have then developed a UV lamp oven based on this insight, which helps us become less dependent on photoinitiators. This solution has many advantages. Lower cost of the coating products, as a smaller amount of photoinitiator in the lacquer formulation will significantly lower its price. Protection of the environment and the operator, as these substances are harmful both for the environment and for humans. Decreased dependence on external factors. Needing smaller amounts of photoinitiator makes us freer and less dependent on possible and sometimes sudden changes in production costs. What about technological improvements? First of all, a higher degree of cross-linking, which translates into better coating film performance, for example in terms of stain resistance. Then there's another qualitative aspect regarding the yellowing effect. The use of photoinitiators is one, if not the only cause of this unwanted effect. Therefore, a reduced use of photoinitiators will contribute to limiting this well-acknowledged defect. Less photoinitiator also means cross-linking even thinner coating layers than today. This is made possible by the elimination of the inhibitory effect of oxygen. This leads to further savings for the user, who can decide to reduce the amount of lacquer currently applied. Specifically, in normal conditions, if we were to zoom in on the applied film, we would see that the part where the film is in contact with the workpiece shows a higher degree of cross-linking compared to the outer layer, which is in contact with the outside and therefore with oxygen. If the film is sufficiently thick, the outer layer with its lower degree of cross-linking has a very limited influence on the total cross-linking performance, and resistance through the layers. If, on the other hand, the applied film coat is very thin, the outer layer with weaker cross-linking will have a greater negative impact on the total film cross-linking and resistance. If we apply these considerations to UVI, where even the outer layer is no longer in contact with an oxygen-rich environment, but with an inert nitrogen atmosphere, we will see that all the finishing coats, even thinner ones, can finally be perfectly cross-linked throughout. A final aspect is related to the energy needed to activate the process. The absence of oxygen enhances process efficiency, reducing the number of UV lamps necessary to carry out cross-linking. This means that less power will be needed from the grid. The advantage of this technology lies therefore in being able to reduce the amount of photoinitiator in the lacquer. The extent of this reduction can be up to between 40 and 70%, with all the advantages that we have listed, and with the extra bonus of overcoming some of the current limits. The return on investment is therefore mainly linked to the cost and pricing fluctuations of the photoinitiator and coating products. This technology is suitable not only for the woodworking industry, but for any industry where 100% UV acrylic paints are used, and where this technology is capable of delivering all the benefits I just described. Summing up, the advantages offered by UVI are: photoinitiator requirement reduced by up to 70%, better cross-linking, especially with low coating thicknesses, film yellowing less likely, better performance, eco-sustainable solution, reduced line consumption. Now, let's review with Luca Preziosa the digital offering available for UVI. And I'm pleased to be able to tell you about our offer of digital solutions, which are part of the ubiquitous software solution platform associated with our Cefla finishing machines and lines. A dedicated all-round package carefully designed to improve all aspects of your business with the aim of responding to real corporate needs in order to improve productivity and/or reduce costs and waste. In a just-in-time perspective, and in line with new data-driven business strategies, the factory of the future must be increasingly collaborative and integrated, with solutions capable of making data available throughout the value chain. We are presenting an incremental step view of our solutions aimed at enhancing the performance and efficiency of the lines, or even just at helping you find the right way to easy, straightforward incentives or loans according to government plans in your countries. Among the interesting aspects featured are customization options. We do not sell solution packages, but we offer, where necessary, customization options with no negative impact on competitive edge in financial terms. Improved line control options through the use, for example, of web-based interfaces. Sharing of information, implemented down to machine level and following data availability trends, generating and adding value to the data in order to obtain information. Let's now go through the software solutions available for our roller coaters and roller coating lines. Let's start with our IoT software for remote monitoring of information, a complete solution with several additional features to integrate remote maintenance, which is included here. We are referring to real-time monitoring of production status via an internet-connected smartphone or tablet, traceability of instant operating data, digital list of maintenance tasks, production data history. From the needs of the owner of a small-sized company with standalone machines who needs to retrieve productivity data from anywhere in the world at any time, all the way to medium-large-sized customers who need 24/7 technical assistance with special focus on predictive maintenance. Unlike similar software solutions, Seamaster has been developed around Cefla finishing equipment and technologies. It is not a commercial software tool based on a shared platform, but it is designed to allow selected, specific data to be analyzed in order to consistently implement actions aimed at improving quality and efficiency, recommending long-term corrective measures based on input from our experts. We have worked hard during this pandemic period and have developed interesting features. We are referring to push notifications, reporting on productivity and alarms, revised preventive maintenance lists, operator notes on maintenance and alarm activities, enabling new markets, cybersecurity assessment, and other major evolutions. The second step takes us to the world of line controllers. Let's start from our Smart Thick baseline supervisor with specific focus on roller coating lines for the management of line recipes from a single operator panel, for viewing alarm summary tables, and for performing preliminary virtual tracking of the workpieces and be able to manage changes on the fly, allowing the operator to change thicknesses in real time without having to empty the line, reprogram the machines, and restart the line each time. Just think of what it means for a customer to be able to manage recipes from a single panel without having to work from each machine. Minimizing all factors that will generate inefficiency is a challenge that most of our customers must tackle on a daily basis. Our Advanced Line Supervisor SCADA C-Tracker is based on a powerful industrial PC consisting of a database which allows all the information coming from the machines to be recorded, and which also includes a piece tracking management feature for automated and sequential management of changes in the inline production of batches. This saves time and boosts productivity, while allowing to keep an eye on alarms from individual machines along the line, being able to pinpoint issues without having to supervise each phase of the process. This saves time, as any critical issues can be handled in advance. Since mid-2020, we have been working on a new version of our C-Tracker, focusing on new features and major advantages, such as HTML pages for viewing from within the company, C-Tracker contents on other devices, new graphics consistently with a family feeling that is also being pursued on other interfaces for an extensively updated guided approach to content's user experience, upgraded hardware performance, and improved areas including trends, advanced reporting, causes of alarms, etc. For the exchange of information between the lines and the internal systems, we have C-Link, now offered as a product suitable for use across all the tools that we have just reviewed and able to operate in different modes. Exchange of production orders with C-Tracker from ERP to the line in bidirectional mode, software to manage one-way communication from ERP to the line with C-Viewer, all the way to one-way machine communication with C-Master. This tool allows us to offer a complete package to our most advanced and demanding customers, to allow interfacing of our lines in a simpler and smoother way, without strict interfacing requirements with external software houses, and with just the right amount of flexibility in finding the most suitable protocol or method based on information useful to the customer and with an offering easily adaptable to specific objectives. All this follows a consequential flow because our solutions are service enablers that result in reduced downtime and increased efficiency. A couple of real-life examples. Reduction of machine downtime thanks to, for example, remote assistance. The return on investment will be immediate as the initial investment is paid off by just one remote service for line downtime. Avoiding on-site intervention by a software technician is not only a way to achieve considerable financial savings, even just in terms of saved traveling expenses, but also a way to respond more quickly to downtime incidents and the resulting production loss. Improve performance and efficiency thanks to line controllers, through the possibility of reducing the frequency of production changeovers thanks to virtual tracking, a solution that for many customers means avoiding investments on physical piece tracking solutions, such as RFID, but also with simple solutions, such as Smart Speed, which in the absence of line controllers allows customers to achieve single-point management of line speed. The most important added value element of the Ubiqua platform, in addition to production data digitizing and analyzing to increase efficiency, is to enable the lines to carry out the after-sales services included in our service pack, a package thanks to which our specialists who have in-depth knowledge of your business can identify your goals and support you by sharing your priorities. Industry professionals, specialist technicians who will deliver consultancy or training sessions on site to your own staff and using your own machines. People who will shape their support to coach your business success.